My presentation today is titled Drawing Echo Chambers from William Shakespeare's Othello. This is a project drawn from searching for contemporary resonances to Shakespeare's plays in Dr. Sharon Harris's Shakespeare class in fall of 2021, really seeking to bring Shakespeare and our outside contemporary world together. In Othello, Iago, the villain and primary antagonist, acts as Othello's echo throughout. Echoing here means repeating what the other has said, just as a voice echoes through a cavern or enclosed space, both within and, later, I'll explain, without the text. For example, in Act 3, Scene 3, Iago says, "Indeed." Othello says, "Indeed, is he not honest? Honest, my lord?" Othello, "Honest? Aye, honest." Then later, in the same scene, Othello asks outright, "What dost thou think?" Iago echoes, "Think, my lord?" Othello, frustrated, says, "Think, my lord? By heaven, thou echoest me, as if there were some monster in thy thought, too hideous to be shown." Here, monster, both indicative of the green-eyed monster of jealousy, but further, monsters that are created by the language that Iago uses time and time again and the echoing that he participates in. There are further echoes of themes throughout Othello in both form and content. Cassio's repeated reputation, 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 Othello saying, "Oh, blood, blood, blood," Desdemona saying, "Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord," and then further, Othello saying, "Oh, fool, fool, fool." All these, as well as additional examples, indicate a continued repetition or echoing throughout. There are instances of echoing, but also to have an echo, we must have an enclosed space. In my project, I explore chambering and self-isolation within the play, where chambering is the act of isolating or setting one apart in a space of their own, and self-isolation is the constructed belief that one belongs there, reinforced by the echo. There are instances of self-isolation in both body and spirit. In body, from Venice to the island of Cyprus, Iago in his soliloquies, and Othello alone on stage. In spirit, Iago also manipulates social and emotional distance between characters and becomes a victim himself of isolation, continually isolating and creating these echo chambers. Moreover, in body, Othello's skin color and physical characteristics are constructed as isolating, both visibly, socially, and psychologically, which serve to chamber him from his marriage, his friendships, and the society he continually finds himself without. Thus, bringing these two elements of my project together, echoing and chambering, we find the 21st century term echo chamber, which is an environment in which a person encounters only beliefs or opinions that coincide with their own, so that their existing views are reinforced and alternative views are not considered. In the world of social media and cultural criticism, there are thus both echo chambers and epistemic bubbles. Epistemic here just meaning related to knowledge or a sense of knowledge within the world and the world that we inhabit. Iago acts as Othello's echo chamber, but Othello, due to racist power hierarchies, lacks strong connectivity because of his isolation from others as he is considered and characterized other. Further, in extreme echo chambers, one person, here Iago, will make a claim, which many like-minded people then repeat again and again, until most people assume that some extreme variation of the story is true. The echo chamber is devious because it doesn't seek to erode someone's interest in seeking truth, but instead changes what truthful means and how it is characterized. My project, in part, analyzes the varying effects of social media echo chambers on various platforms when it comes to seeking out sources of quote-unquote truth. Facebook has a polarizing effect on people who come to their site for truthful news. Reddit has a moderating effect, and Twitter does not have a significant effect on shifting political ideologies or stances. Facebook is curiously like unto a Shakespeare play in how it works towards manipulating or eliciting emotions of the viewers. On Facebook, inflammatory content tends to drive the most engagement because it elicits emotion. The algorithm rewards that emotion, which can drown out more moderate posts and amplify more extreme ones. Further, Facebook is relationship-based. On Facebook, you have to have a reciprocating relationship. Content on Facebook comes from friends. The treachery of Othello is based in the tragedy of disloyal and dishonest friendship, and the lies that one quote-unquote friend tells another who takes them as truth and further spirals out into an echo chamber constructed by the friend. One of the last lines that Othello says within the play includes the word traduce, which means to lead away. Social media's traducing power is potent. Those who read their news on Facebook, for instance, read news that is about 30% more conservative than the online news they would typically read. Thus, social media has power to move minds, much as Iago does with within the play towards quote-unquote truth. Current scholarship surrounding Othello is interested primarily in questions of race, identity, and social justice furthermore. As Facebook in particular has received recent criticism about algorithms that are discriminatory and biased against people and names of color, what can we learn from a careful look at the echo chambers in our own lives and in Othello's? How does Iago's echo chamber reinforce racism? And lastly, how are modern-day echo chambers perpetuating Iago-like falsehoods and instructing us in our ills? Thus, to close, I quote Emilia in Act 5 of the play, "The ills we do, their ills instruct us so." Careful scholarship can help us learn from the ills we and others, both fictional and real, do, so that we can create echo chambers that sound forth justice rather than injustice. Thank you.